to Repertory Company Theater's RCT360. And before we get started, I need to do a little something. It's a beautiful day, and since we're together for this webcast today, 25 episodes, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Oh, that's our theme for today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
And welcome to episode 25. We're so glad that you're here. And we're going to be celebrating today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And ladies, before we get started, I want to run out and show you some of our beautiful parks in the neighborhood. Take a look at this. October seems to have some of the best weather, and it's a great time to get outside and enjoy some of our local parks. Parks like these.
We have some lovely parks nearby, like Haggard Park in Plano, Texas. In Richardson, Texas, how about Prairie Creek Park? Perfect for family pictures. We asked you all what were some of your favorite parks. Some of you said Mineral Wells. And of course, some of you said that beautiful Dallas Arboretum. If you're looking for some parks local to you, check out your city website. Oftentimes, they'll list the parks that are closest to you and what they have there. So whether you're looking for a good biking or hiking trail, or maybe you just need a place to take the kids where they can burn off some energy, get out there while you can and enjoy that weather.
I love our weather for our time outside right now, ladies. Do you have a favorite local park?
I actually have a couple. There's Custer Park, which is actually right by our homes. And then we've been spending a lot of time at Crowley Park in East Richardson, which is really great. They have a great little pond there, and it's really huge. It's a lot of fun for the kids.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit farther south, so I'm more of a Dallas Parks and Recreation girl. But let me tell you, go rediscover Bachman Lake Park. It's not filled with like cadavers in the lake, which is, probably the best way to describe something. But we have so much fun going and seeing all of the birds and seeing the planes fly crazy, crazy, crazy low. It's the one that's right over there by left field. So it gives the kids a big kick and a little bit of a scare, but in a good way.
I love that. I think I'll take mine over there. So what else we have going on? Laura, what can you tell us?
Well, it's also a great time to visit your local farmers market. Local markets and farmers markets are becoming more and more popular all throughout the U.S. The number of available markets has grown considerably in recent years. According to the USDA Farmers Market Directory, the number of total markets grew from 2,000 in 1994 to more than 8,600 today. Typically, all the products sold at the farmers markets have been grown, reared, caught, brewed, pickled, canned, baked, dried, smoked, or processed by the farmers and the local vendors who are selling them. We have several great farmers markets in our area. There's the Richardson Farmers Market. It's at Coit and Arapahoe Road in Richardson. It's on Saturdays. They have curbside pickup available. Masks are required. It's kind of small, but it's very, very convenient. Then we also have Georgia's Farmers Market. It's Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 on the 15th Street west of downtown Plano. The fried pies are baked local. The wall of delicious jams and spreads, and of course the wonderful veggies and fruits. Then we have Lavon Farms. It's a little further north, 3721 North Jupiter Road in Plano. Hours are Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Rachel?
Pause for a moment. You had me at fried pies. There are a few things in this world I love more than an apricot fried pie. So Georgia's Farmers Market, I am coming for you.
Right?
But now, it's October, gals. Do you need a pumpkin? Do you need multiple pumpkins? I have very good news for you because the pumpkin patch is back at Arapahoe Road United Methodist Church. Yay! I love a pumpkin patch, and they're fewer and farther between this year too. So like the one that's close to my house also at a United Methodist Church, is not going to be there this year. So super excited to have Arapahoe United Methodist Church and their pumpkin patch. It's going to be open starting this Saturday, October 3rd, all the way through the 31st, or until they run out of glorious pumpkins. And I think the very best part is that it is going to go and support Native American pumpkin growers and the ministries of Arapahoe United Methodist Church as well. So go pick up some delightful gourds and know that you're supporting some good causes too.
I love that pumpkin patch. We go almost every year there. And I will say, if you can't make it to the Arboretum that we talked about last week, there's some great photo ops over there at Arapahoe Methodist Church that you can get there at the pumpkin patch as well. So thank you, ladies. We are full of all sorts of neighborhood joys, fried pies and pumpkins. I mean, what else could you want except maybe a little quarantine confessional? Rachel, can you give us some of that?
Thank you, Deidre, and welcome once again to our segment of Quarantine Confessions. Come closer, but not too close. Okay, friends, this one's a little bit embarrassing, but I think it's worth saying that it took a pandemic for me to really get to know my neighbors. I've lived in the same house for about 3-ish years now, and I'd consider myself to be friendly, ? I'm a smiler, I wave, I might, make a couple of comments about how hot it is or how it might be getting cold, but mostly just how hot it is because, as you may know, I'm hot-natured. But when we all went indoors for a long period of time, that's when I really, really, truly got to know more and more of my neighbors. Now, we have long, detailed conversations in the front yard about the relative health of the feral cats in the neighborhood. Our neighbors have become part of our pod, and so we actually have children that can play together outside while the parents enjoy maybe a barbecue and potentially a beverage to go with that barbecue. We get so excited when the Halloween decorations come out and we can all gather in front of people's yards and have a good time. So, wonderful neighbors of my little area, I'm sorry I didn't get to know you sooner, and I'm sure glad I did, but I can do without the pandemic. So let's just be friends forever with, normal stuff going on as well. And that is my quarantine confession.
Does anybody else just love her quarantine confessionals? Thanks, Rachel. Well, let's take a turn. Laura, who do you have for us today for In the Spotlight? Take it away.
My In the Spotlight guest is someone who has been a staple in the city of Richardson for years and years. Please welcome to the webcast, Carl Youngberg. Hi, Carl.
Hi, Laura. It's great to be with you.
Thank you for being with us today. First of all, if you could tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Well, I am a patron of Richardson RCT for sure, and have followed and loved your mother and now the daughters for years and all that you have presented. And you're wonderful to have just right around the corner in the neighborhood. So, and Waterview Preservation and RCT are right here. So, and they're right in our hearts as well. So we love being right there with you. I live on Waterview Drive, and it is officially called, because I changed the name, Waterview Preservation. And that was kind of our goal. We didn't want to be a little community of teardowns. We have seen and are seeing a lot of that throughout the community. What we've got now are just wonderful homes, and people, young people, your age, Laura, come in and they say, I want a house that has rooms that look like what I grew up with. And so they've got a very clear agenda. So I think that we try to meet that need and keeping the houses as they were, but updated.
Mhm.
You know, we don't want a 1950. So
That was actually my next question, which was how long have you lived on the Waterview Preservation? So you've lived there for quite some time.
I have. I came here. I was recruited by Neiman Marcus to come to Dallas from LA. And it was kind of a big shock, you know, but we were excited about it and thought, wow, Dallas, never thought of it. And I have never wanted to leave, actually.
Nice. And what's your favorite thing about your neighborhood?
Well, Waterview is a very congenial neighborhood. It's, I think people like to be here. They like the sense of belonging. And I think that's a very important part of our little town. We do a lot of things. We started off, the first thing we ever started doing was the Christmas home tour.
Mm-hmm.
We got the idea from another home, HOA. And through that, we started opening up homes, 4 or 5 a year, and people would come and tour. And I remember the neighbor, an old-time neighbor, saying to me, she said, "We're moving, and now everybody's getting friendly." I thought that was a great line.
That's nice.
And we have always stayed friendly. And I think, so when you move here, you get more than a home, you get a neighborhood.
And did your neighborhood do anything special during the quarantine months to build camaraderie or anything?
I'm not sure that we definitely did or necessarily did anything specific.
Mm-hmm.
What I have seen, and I wrote an article about it for Richardson Living magazine, was that, first of all, I didn't realize how many dogs we have in our neighborhood. Have you noticed that where you live?
Yes, people are outside more, walking their dogs, riding their bikes, taking walks. It's amazing.
They're just parading up and down the street, and they're totally walking Fidos and all of that, sometimes 2 dogs or whatever or more. And we have cats, so we don't parade cats. I'd love to, but we don't. So I think that's been a outward sign of people connecting, because, you know, when you see a dog and you see the owner, you connect those two and you go, wow, hi, how are you? And so we have a lot of that, just canine connection.
Right. Dogs are a great icebreaker. It's so easy to walk up to someone and say, "What a cute dog. Hi, my name's Laura Alley. Nice to meet you."
Exactly. and they love it, and the dogs love it.
Right.
You know, so I think
it's also a good way to keep an eye on everyone's dogs. If you know everyone and you see the dogs, then if something happens or a dog gets out, I know in Canyon Creek we have a really big a big thing going on with that. When people lose their dogs, we post it on the Residents of Canyon Creek page, and I'm telling you, those dogs are found in no time at all. They say owner found, because everyone knows each other and communicates, which is nice.
Isn't that terrific?
It's amazing. And another question is, obviously we've got a lot of holidays coming up. What's your favorite holiday to celebrate with your neighborhood in mind? I know a lot of things go on in the Waterview Preservation.
Well, it's a good question and a tough one.
Right.
I've mentioned the Christmas home tour,
Mm-hmm.
but we also, I don't know if it's the largest number of people who come for Halloween, but we have probably 600 to 800 people.
Oh, it's a lot. I've trick-or-treated with my kids there before, and it's like bus loads of people. It's amazing.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And they speak Spanish and they do whatever. But I don't know what the rules are going to be for Halloween this year.
Right.
I see people putting up decorations, but I don't know if parents want the kids to connect, or we want to be connect. I don't know. So
I think everyone has to make their own rules with that and figure out what's going to work best for them, you know, being creative and taking care of these kids at the same time.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the questions for all residents is, how do we continue these things? But we have a lot of things. We do a wonderful Labor Day gathering that's very fun. And that's where we get a hamburger truck comes in, and they do all of the cooking and stuff. And everybody brings wine, and we go to one of the cul-de-sacs, which are kind of private. And the fire department comes in, brings the big truck, and the kids love it. And they can get up on the ladder. so we have a lot of things. How many of those will get to be in the time of pandemic?
Right.
Still being resolved, so Halloween's coming up, so we'll
It
see.
is. Well, it's just proof that we've got to be creative and figure out a new normal in this world and figure out what's going to work for us. But we are very blessed to live in neighborhoods where we can be creative and still get to do some of the things we've done before. We're very lucky.
I think you're right, and people welcome that creativity and they welcome new ideas and stuff. This is not a stuck in the mud neighborhood for any.
No.
And it's interesting because we have a lot of people who are older like me, and we have a lot of young couples. We have a lot of little kids.
Mm-hmm.
And those are two different audiences.
Right.
They like different things, and so we try to be there for them. But first of all, I think they mostly like just being greeted.
Right.
We're glad you're here.
Right. But having a vast variety of ages, that's what makes a neighborhood thrive. And that's what's so great about the Waterview Preservation.
Well, and that's a good point.
Well, Carl, thank you so much for spending some time with me today and sharing what's going on over on your neighborhood. And hopefully we will get back to our regular scheduled programming, regular normal very soon. And if not, then we'll be creative and figure out ways where we can see each other. All right. Well, thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate your time. You're amazing.
Thanks. It's great to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura. I just love what Carl had to share, especially since we're all dog mamas. It's so great to see how dogs are bringing everyone together.
Yeah, with the exception of my dog, because he's not very well behaved. And so when we take him for walks, he's a bit of a spaz. And so it actually kind of works against that for me. People are like, oh, something's wrong with that dog and that lady, because he just does not do what he's supposed to do. But he's adorable. He's adorable.
He's so cute. Yeah, there have been many times where I've seen neighbors like, oh, that's Bailey's mom, meaning like their dogs. Like I know their dogs and I don't know like the actual names of the people that go with Bailey and Molly, but I actually do now. But.
Well, thank you, Carl, for joining us. We just loved having you here. And now it's time for Broadway Trivia. And you actually have one of my favorite people joining Laura for competition today. So, Rachel, take it away.
Thank you, Deidre, and welcome once again to Broadway Trivia. Now, every week I say this, that I'm really excited about our guest, and maybe some week I won't be, but that is not this week because we have one of my favorite humans going up against our own beautiful snowflake, Laura Alley. She is stupid talented. She is beautiful. She has adorable children. Give it up for our beautiful, talented friend, Amanda Thompson. Amanda, how the heck are you?
I'm good. I mean, quarantine, but we're doing good here out in East Texas. The cows are fine out here, so we're good.
All right. Well, Amanda, I think you've seen our segment before, but let me just give you a little bit of a primer. I'm going to ask you questions about Broadway. Hopefully you'll know them. And to tell me that you know them, I'm going to need some sort of buzzer sound or motion from you. Do you have a noise that you can make to let me know that you know the answer?
I actually prepared. I went to my kids' room and I have shaky monkey rattle.
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, I like that a lot. Laura, I'm going to assume that Koozie of Truth is with you today.
It is.
Good luck,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, also, Amanda, what you may or may not know is if you know the answer before I finish the question, just jump on in because I promise you that Laura will. She plays like this much dirty, but it's all in good fun. So let's just jump into this. Let's see how it goes. I made the questions like a smidge hard today. And on the theme of neighbors and neighborhoods and parks and being outdoors, today's Broadway questions will be about neighborhoods and parks and things of that general nature, if you will. So let's get started. Here's question number 1. Here it is. This Sondheim musical is inspired by famed French socialist painter. Oh, yes, Laura?
Sunday in the Park with George.
Yes, George Seurat. Sunday in the Park with George.
research.
Let's go to the second question. Much of this 1955 musical is set at the ballpark, where the team sings that you gotta have. Laura.
Is it Damn Yankees?
He knows it.
Yes, it's Damn Yankees. You gotta have.
You should know that one.
I did direct it. I should know it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. That's not even fair that I should ask Best Director Laura Alley about shows.
I was in the show. I should have gotten it quicker. So
No, you're still in this. You're still in this, Amanda. Okay, number 3. This 2003 musical about fuzzy, naughty neighbors features the songs "It Sucks to Be Me"
Avenue Q.
and if you okay, yes, shaky, shaky.
Avenue Q.
Avenue Q, you got it. The naughty puppet neighbors.
Naughty neighbors.
Avenue Q.
Puppets.
My mom's
Would be
gonna laugh
interesting.
that I got that one because I hate that show. I mean, that's the one you got.
But let's just go on to number 4 and not think about all the terrible things that puppets do in that show. Question number 4. The neighbors in this musical prefer to live la vie boheme and shirk their bills. Laura,
Is it Rent?
it is. They are not going to pay their rent
No
in
rent,
that neighborhood.
baby. That's
We
true.
wouldn't have the music if they paid the rent.
True.
You're right. That
We
would
need
be
them
a
not to
much,
pay the rent.
that wouldn't be a much different show about I paid my mortgage.
It would be called Responsibility, not Rent.
Here are my groceries.
That's not an escape from real
I'll pay
life.
my water bill.
That's a terrible show. All right.
Yes.
I'm going to stop complaining about rent because you just schooled me on why we need it.
On
So
responsibility.
thank you. And actually, because you made that amazing revelation, Amanda, it's like you won. You're not going to win. But
I'm not gonna win.
we have one more
Never.
question. And, let's just pretend like this was all for all of the marbles. Let's just pretend that it
All right.
was. Amanda, you may or may not know. Every Broadway trivia segment, we have to end with a question where I give you song lyrics in a voice of a pirate that leans at least slightly Irish. Is it Northern Ireland? Is it Southern Ireland? We don't know. No one really knows. And we don't want to do it, but the people demand it.
It's the
And
highlight
so-
of my week.
It is. It's the highlight of a lot of people's week. A lot of people will say the only thing that's getting me through the pandemic is question number 5 of Broadway Trivia. And so we have to bring that to them.
Oh,
So
it's like a pirate. Okay.
without further ado,
Mhm.
I'm not worried that I built it up too much. Here we go. Uptown, you cater to a million jerks. Oh, that was so close. Laura really got it first, but I'm gonna let you answer, Amanda.
Let her have it.
It's Little Shop of Horrors.
What's the song?
Oh, Skid Row.
Yes,
Downtown on Skid
Row.
She and I were in that together.
In that show.
A million jerks. Yes, very good. You got that one. So we'll call it 2-3. Laura still wins the
Phoebe.
day with her amazing prowess, but we got to see Amanda Thompson,
That
y'all.
makes me happy. It's always a fun
Thank you.
thing.
Please come back and play with us again. Love you,
I
miss
will.
you.
I will. We miss y'all too.
All right, hug those boys.
I will. Bye. Thanks for having me.
Later. Back to you, Deidre.
Thank you, ladies, for such a rousing competition. And Amanda Thompson, it's so lovely to see you. For those of you who don't know, she and I have done multiple shows together on the RCT stage. I love partnering up with her. One of my favorite was last year when we did Xanadu. Thank you for being here with us. We love you. We miss you on the stage, and we hope to see you soon. All right. Well, I hope, Laura, you're all ready to come right back because it's time for Whatcha and for our trivia contest winner. Take it away.
Welcome to Whatcha, my segment where I give you recommendations on things to try, things to see, things to eat. We start, as always, with our Were Ya Watchin' trivia question. The answer to last week's trivia question, what is the name of Jon Stewart's dog? The correct answer, of course, was Ivan, and our winner was Trisha Horn. Congratulations, Trisha. A small gift is on the way to you. So the question for this week's episode is, what is Rachel's favorite park? The first person to answer correctly in the comments below will receive a small gift because we want to know where you're watching. Now, we all want to be safe and social distance, so I put together a few suggestions for a Whatcha Doing. So things you can do this fall. Build a fire, roast marshmallows, make s'mores. Lowe's and Home Depot have some great fire pits for sale. You can watch the movie Coco, then talk to your family about family history. Maybe while you're roasting those marshmallows, just make sure you have some Kleenex because I have warned you. And you can get a little healthier. We can all get a little healthier by drinking more water. While it's recommended that women drink 72 ounces of fluid per day and men drink 100 ounces, you can simply try by just adding one more glass of water per day. So if you want to try those things, it gets you closer to your family. You can learn a little something about your heritage and maybe get a little healthy along the way. Back to you, Deidre.
Well, ladies, we've come to the end of our show once again. Episode 25 is almost all wrapped up. Can you believe that?
No.
I can't believe we're 25.
I know, right? It's like we deserve an award for that or something. Now, you know, speaking of awards, I would like to mention something. Last week, our very own Laura Alley was recognized by the Dallas Observer as she was awarded Best Director in our, I guess, in all of our DFW area. So we want to take a moment and say congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's an honor. I didn't even know I was nominated.
I talked about earlier how Amanda Thompson and I have teamed up in a lot of shows together, and a lot of those you have directed. And for those of you who don't know, Laura is truly an amazing director. So we love you and congratulations.
Great on either side of the stage. And I would say too, Deidre, that one of my very favorite theater experiences ever was when we did Steel Magnolias. You and me were there. Laura directed, and it was just such a fun, warm, wonderful experience that turned out a great show too.
It was great.
Absolutely. One of my favorites too, Rachel. Well, we'll take a turn. Speaking of shows, we want to let you all know who are watching that just wait. Another one's coming. Yes, Dracula is coming to RCT October 16th through the 25th. So as you're enjoying this wonderful weather in your neighborhood and setting up your social distancing, trick-or-treat candy ideas, we want you to come on over and join us for a great show. Get back to theater. We're being safe, we're being careful, and we want you here. Who else has something?
Do you like ghosts? Do you like the paranormal? Do you like to be scared? Well, Plano Apparition is going virtual. October 16th and 17th, Plano Apparition is a virtual tour through Paranormal Plano. This year featuring all new locations. See private homes, historic buildings as you venture into Plano's past with a few spooky apparitions. Your ticket includes Zoom admission for everyone in your home, plus a tour manifesto with keepsakes that will be mailed to your home. This event has sold out every year, so purchase your tickets ASAP. If you want details, go to www.plano.gov/3139/apparition-expedition. I am getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. Rachel, what do you have?
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. I am here for the paranormal, and I'll tell you something else that I am here for is our RCT Porchlight series. Our next Porchlight Theater series concert is going to be on October 10th, so coming up next weekend. It's going to be Hocus Pocus themed, which if you have not seen it, highly recommend. One of the best Halloween movies of all time. So it's going to be a super fun, witchy theme, good music, fun times. Again, socially distanced, very safe, outside. Call our box office for more information and for tickets.
Thanks, Rachel. I saw the cast list for that show, and it's going to be spooktacular.
Epic.
Well, here we are, ready to say goodbye. thank all of you. Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us here today. Please like and comment. Something's going on over there. Please like and comment and let us know what's your favorite local park. I'd like to go visit them as well. We're so glad that you're with us, joining us for this 25th episode, and we hope to see you again for number 26. And until then, stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, be kind, and I am.
You are.
We are.
RCT.
Hello and welcome to Repertory.
I was 30 when I had my girls, so I'm like, yeah, that's a good
Right.
difference.
Hey, it's not too late because you can still adopt a few kids. Like I
Oh,
did.
too late. It's very late for me. All my lady parts are gone.
You can still adopt.
that. That would be the immaculate conception.
This pandemic sucks.
I know, it's the worst.
I need my social life back.
It's kind of good when it's like third day hair. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Cutie cute. Cutie cute. I have to be honest, I thought you were gonna pick up some water, start drinking, and choke.
I don't drink water. I don't follow my own advice. I don't drink water.
Everybody but Deidre.
And Laura now?
Just love that song.
I'd like to know what a
wall.
wall of jams and jellies
I'd
is.
like to put that
Raw.
behind me.
Yeah, just give a
Here's my jelly du jour.
spoon and
Let me
taste.
go to the wall.
Let's go to the wall.
Now it's just Deidre by herself.
Deidre by
We're
herself.
coming out of.
Oh, DC is standing here giving me notes.
Oh.
She's standing here giving me notes.
I wish I had DC here giving me notes.
I was so hot because I get all of this like afternoon sun in the windows of this room that's like, I may just take off my pants for RCT360 today. What are they gonna do? What are they
No
gonna
pants. No pants today on the show.
Are you gonna count me down or do I just start?
And I will tell you, because of everything I had done, I literally like jumped straight into menopause. The hot flashes, ladies,
do?
are the worst thing on the planet. It feels like someone is putting me in an oven for like 5 straight minutes, then it goes away, then you're cold, then it happens
So
again.
weird.
So Mandy, you've seen this, and it's really good, and it's a train wreck, but that's okay. Have a good time.
I
with it.
love
I
train wrecks.
like my life.
We all have to leave you because Deidre has to have her thing.
I know, she does her last little bye-bye every time.
Oh, actually, right now, you know what's gonna happen?
What?
Oh, she left. She just said,
And she-
screw it, I'm out.
She dropped the mic.
Man, she's like, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Catch y'all later. Dang, that was harsh.